Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back, as always, to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kira Mack, and I'm delighted you've been able to tune in with us on this beautiful Friday morning from Phuket. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. If you like listening to us on a podcast player, there is a link down below in the description that will take you to a website where a vast array of podcast players hosting this show can be found. But now that's all done and dusted, let's jump into the trending stories coming out of Thailand today. So let's talk about the latest "what are you thinking" moment out of Phuket. Now, an Israeli tourist thought he'd take his vacation fun a little too far and ended up getting a not so fun fine in Phuket. Here's what went down. This guy was caught in a video tearing up on Kamala Beach, riding his motorcycle right on the sand. And you can probably guess what happened next. Yep, he gets stuck in the sand. And the whole thing ends up online with the title "Kamala Beach Racing, Classy Right." Now, this video wasn't just a quick ha-ha, look at the guy stuck in the sand moment. Oh no. It blew up on a Line group, a popular messaging app here in Thailand, and quickly got the attention of the local authorities. Within minutes, the Kamala police chief was on it, telling his team to find and question the beach biker. So who is this guy? Well, meet Amra Midhat, a 30-year-old from Israel. He tells police he didn't know riding a motorcycle on the beach was a no-go here in Thailand because, hey, there was no signs. He even said it's totally fine back in Israel. The police checked out his international driver's license, and after realizing he wasn't trying to pull some major stunt, they handed him a nice little fine of 5,000 baht. That's about $140. Well, the reason? Causing a public nuisance. Now, let me know what you guys think about this. Was this an honest mistake, or should tourists be a little more careful before assuming they can rev up on a tropical beach? Do you think the fine was fair, or are we just going to see more beach biking tourists giving local authorities a headache? Let me know in the comment section as always. So buckle up, because this next story is a mix of a crime thriller and a daytime soap opera straight out of Pattaya. So here's what happened. A Russian woman named Miss Lulia just turned herself in after a midnight stabbing at the Night Plaza Market. And guys, this is no random attack. Apparently, Lulia and her victim, Miss Natalia, have been locked in a year-long feud, all allegedly over one thing, well, jealousy, and a love triangle involving Natalia's husband. It's pretty intense, right? Here's the rundown. According to police reports, this all went down late at night outside a busy market. Surveillance footage shows Lulia strolling up with something hidden near her waist. A witness said that right before the stabbing, there was a group of Russian tourists just chilling, having a few drinks. Then Lulia and Natalia started arguing. Lulia storms off, only to come back 10 minutes later, and that's when things exploded. Witnesses says Lulia went after Natalia with a knife, and the argument turned into a full-on attack before the market vendors stepped in. By the time authorities arrived, Lulia had vanished. Police checked her place nearby, but she wasn't there. Now, fast forward to the next afternoon. Lulia and her lawyer by her side walk into the Pattaya City Police Station and admits to the stabbing. She says the drama started back in February when she had an affair with Natalia's husband. Even after the affair ended, Natalia kept confronting her, even getting physical. Now, according to Lulia, she was just trying to greet Natalia and her husband at the market that night, but Natalia allegedly went after her, pulling her hair. Furious, she walked away, but when she came back hoping to talk to them, she said Natalia attacked her again. Fueled by alcohol and rage, she claimed she acted in the heat of the moment. So where do we go from here? Well, the police have her in custody, but charges are still pending until they get the medical document on Natalia's injuries. Now, what do you think about this? Are we looking at a case of self-defense gone wrong? Or was this jealousy-fueled revenge that just spiraled out of control? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as always. So we'll move along, and we've got another wild one coming out of Thailand that sounds a bit more like a crime drama, but with kind of a bizarre vacation twist, I guess. So British authorities have asked Thai police to crack down on Britons trying to smuggle cannabis back to the UK. And get this, these smugglers are apparently recruiting people by offering a free holiday in Thailand. Yeah, they're on the Telegram chat app, reaching out to folks in the UK like, hey, want a free vacation in Thailand? Just bring back some souvenirs for us. Now, last month, the British ambassador and officials from the UK's National Crime Agency met with Thailand's Office of Narcotics Control Board, asking for help to stop the flow of cannabis back to Britain. Now, according to the ONCB, British customs have seized hundreds of kilos of cannabis smuggled from Thailand this year alone, with that number spiking recently. Safe to say the British authorities are not too thrilled. Oh, and that's not all. Just this Monday, Thai police found a package marked as dietary supplements that was hiding a little something extra, 210 grams of a precursor for making ecstasy. This package was headed to a British guy and a Dutch guy who apparently have been in Thailand for a few months sourcing cannabis, possibly for these smuggling ops. Now, the kicker. Ever since Thailand legalized cannabis back in June 2022, it's created a strange black market pipeline of weed headed back to places where it's still illegal. Now, both countries are stepping up efforts to curb it. So what do you think about this, guys? Is this vacation in exchange for contraband smuggling scheme as crazy to you as it is to me? And does this show how complicated cannabis legalization is getting across different countries? Let me know your thoughts and comments, as always, down below in the comment section. And finally, two Japanese nationals, Mr. Nikki and Mr. Tamaniki, were running a cannabis business here in Thailand, but that's not even the wild part. They were also wanted for a violent extortion case involving a third Japanese man in Bangkok. The story broke when the victim went to the police alleging he was kidnapped and threatened over a supposed 300,000 baht visa fee. And folks, it gets dark. When he couldn't pay the full amount, they allegedly took him to a remote field, threatened his life, and later even forced him to eat excrement in a horrific attempt to squeeze more cash out of him. Now, police started investigating, and the trail eventually led them to a resort in Chonburi. But finding their exact room, well, turns out they literally sniffed them out by following the smell of marijuana from adjoining rooms. Kind of classic. When police finally busted in, they seized a ton of evidence: 179,000 baht in cash, multiple iPhones, iPads, and enough cannabis smoking gear to make Snoop Dogg blush. And the suspects, well, they're denying everything. Miss Nikki even claimed he came to Thailand with a cool $6.5 million to escape his cannabis-related arrests in Japan and take advantage of Thailand's more relaxed laws. But here's where it gets juicier. Police are now digging deeper, suspecting these two were running some pretty big operations, possibly involving a lot of sketchy cash flow in the hundreds of millions of baht. Authorities are expanding their investigation to look into whether their cannabis business might have some darker ties. So what do you think? Does this look like a case of criminals trying to go legit and getting busted, or are they playing innocent? Drop your thoughts below.